Chris.
Whoa, slow down.
Oh, that's so bad.
Whoa! I do remember that slowing down even on the N64, but my god.
That was like slow motion death. It's like witness that death in slow motion.
That is in fact a beard. It's a different beard from the one I saw on the thread, but it's a beard.
Oh yeah, I forgot another one spawns so you don't...
No, it's more like the one you kill get reforms.
Yeah. Oh god. Well, at least I had the fairy.
That's random. They include a MSAA X8 comparison with FXAA.
Epic slowdown for the win. And die. Kill him.
Oh, you're really trying to just brute force this, aren't you?
Yeah. And it worked. Eventually.
Now claim your prize.
Indeed, I bloody well will. Okay.
Claim your prize, adventurer. Oh, what? It looks like another reason to not get the Wii Mini has been revealed. Wii Mini not compatible with SD cards.
So that basically makes modding impossible, essentially.
Unless you can do it via USB.
I think in theory you can, but oh, I'm sure people invent new ways.
If a player just wants to play Wii games, Wii Mini is a great choice at a great price. If a player wants more from their system, Wii U is the latest innovation of fun from a Nintendo. The latest innovation of fun. Innovate fun, apparently.
Apparently.
And also something kind of weird happened, I think yesterday.
Oh?
Say like, I don't get a lot of replies to my tweets, but one of those yesterday, someone replied to one of those Raptor auto tweets that said I was playing Sleeping Dogs for the first time.
Oh wow.
Woof!
Yeah, woof. Simply saying that game is pretty good. And that was it.
Sounds pretty exciting.
I didn't even really play it all that much. I was just like configuring all the graphics options.
Certainly sounds like there is.
There's a few. Go kill that goose. I would not recommend brute forcing this. Just wait and then oops. And then wait, no, just keep waiting. That sounded good.
Indeed.
Okay, yeah, you got it. You got this. You got this. Know the pattern.
No, that was not what I wanted to do. Cut down controls. God damn, they take a lot of hits.
As I briefly mentioned a second ago there, I was kind of mulling over my games of the year.
Oh yeah.
We're in December. There's not much over the year left.
That is true. That is true.
I'll look through my list in January. Thinking back to last year, I can remember that, for instance, like in the last few weeks of December, I did start playing like Rayman Origins, and that was included in my list.
I don't know, I just can't see myself playing something else to the extent where I'll include it in my list before the end of the year. That was actually released this year. And so far, I think the list of all the games that I've played this year that came out this year, I think stands at 13 games.
Wow.
But not all of them have been finished. Like, for example, those games on here, like Diana Systems. Definitely haven't finished that. Book of Unwritten Tales. Nowhere near finishing that. FTL. Only played that once. Haven't finished it.
God damn, I should play it more. And my list only has 12 games in it so far.
Oh yeah, also, Borderlands 2. Not finished.
Yeah.
This game is fucking long!
I think I completed all the games in this list except for one, which is XCOM. Which I had to say that, well, maybe I'll play it more, like, during Christmas, but no, probably not. That game is both good and bad.
I'm actually wondering if I should limit it to 5 games instead of just trying to go for 10.
I guess might as well if you feel like that the games like don't deserve to be on the list.
It's... Man, this is really hard, because there is some games I feel deserve to be on the list. Like Max Payne 3, for example. Because that is
pain, I'll give you pain.
because that is essentially Max Payne 2, but prettier
Yeah.
and prettier.
Interesting way of putting it, yeah.
Because
Go through the door.
like the actual mechanics of the game haven't changed or evolved at all. It is the same game.
Yeah.
It's just a new story and extremely excellent presentation, which can only take you so far.
That is true.
That seems to be something that seems to have plagued like the HD console generation. It seems to be such a focus at getting games to look nice that it seems to be to a detriment to other aspects of it.
Yeah, general like presentation and like trying to make things be cinematic. Those I think that's been a curse the last few years. Well, for a really, really long time, probably. I wish developers would just go back to looking at gameplay as the primary thing, because that's kind of like the reason I play games.
Yeah.
Although that said, there have been at least 2 games I've played this year which have had kinda meh gameplay. Like, it's fine and serviceable, but it's not really the reason you're playing it. And yet I've absolutely adored them because there's been some other aspect of it that is just... Man, I don't know how to explain it. Hi, this might surprise you, but Spec Ops The Line is going to be on my list.
Okay.
And, like, from a gameplay perspective, that is Gears of War with Call of Duty guns.
Wow, okay.
It is exactly as unremarkable as that sounds, but... It would take me forever to explain it, which is why I made a very lengthy blog post about why that game is actually special. And it is not a thing to do with the gameplay. And then of course there's The Walking Dead, which is just...
The Walking Dead. There's just nothing else to say, but it's an amazing game. Period.
Look again at my list. I don't think there's any games there I would call like just like bad gameplay. I think like the closest might be Phoenix Wright, but even so, I think that game is fun to play, even though the gameplay is minimal.
I think that's a good way of summing up the Walking Dead game. The gameplay in that game is minimal. There's a lot of watching things unfold, and then you occasionally do something.
Yeah. So have you watched any more of the series, Ryan?
Not yet. I've been kind of distracted. I'm kind of focused on getting these live stream videos.
That's
done
fair enough.
out of the way.
That's fair enough.
I'm still not sure what my number one.
I just realised I've missed one of those eye things. I should have hit back there. Let's better head back.
I can tell you right now, there's one game that we all played extensively that is going to be very, very high in my list.
I assume that's Dragon's Dogma.
That would be Dragon's Dogma.
Yeah. I don't blame you.
Oh yeah, that's.
Also, despite the ending, Mass Effect 3 is going to be on my list somewhere.
Okay. Okay.
Starting to get the impression my list. I should compare. I get the impression like 2011 was a better year for games.
You might have some.
Because there's a few games in my list for this year which I really enjoyed, but there's also several games which I just feel like I'm including in my list because I don't know what else to include. like XCOM might be on my list, but that didn't have a. I didn't think that was very spectacular, to be honest. There are also several games in 2011 which were really good, which didn't even make it to my list, like Half Minute Hero. That's a really good game.
Oh yeah.
Renegade Ops, that was also really good. I enjoyed playing that.
Hey, that was on my list last year. Although Modern Warfare 3 was on my list last year.
Did I really play that many more games last year than this year? But this is long. I need to do a little bit of research. Find out which games I've played through this year.
I mean, yeah, I was trying to remember until you started just rattling off that list. Like blah blah blah, blah blah blah, blah blah blah.
Yeah, also I've had to start charging up my Wii U gamepad because it ran out of juice. Well, almost ran out of juice earlier.
Oh no.
Unfortunately, the gamepads don't last a massive deal of time. But I suppose considering what they do, I mean, that's kind of understandable.
I feel like I almost should make my top 10 list be a top 4 list.
Yeah, I'm definitely leaning more towards a top 5.
I'm hoping there are games I've forgotten about entirely.
Although, if there is going to be a top 5 games that will get locked off, it didn't mean a lot. So, I don't know, I was all gung-ho for Borderlands 2 when it first came out, but now I haven't even finished it, but I don't feel the urge to play it.
That's a shame.
Yeah, it is. But it's better than the first game, but whenever I actually sit down and play it, after about an hour or two, I just get bored of it and turn it
Hmm.
off.
Mind you, I'm planning on getting